I'm Bobbi-Lea from AussieTheatre.com. Now we are at the Brisbane Powerhouse at New Farm, which has been a hub of activity over the last week. They've had APAM, which is the Australian Performing Arts Market. Then we've had WTF 2014, which is the World Theatre Festival. And now we have the Brisbane Comedy Festival. And with me, we have a comedian. He's also a magician, and he's got a special act in that he makes his clothes disappear. See what I mean? Magic. Now, this is Christopher Wayne. He is half of the Naked Magicians with Mike Tyler. Hey.
Hi. Yes, Naked. I'm a bit disappointed that it's just one of us. I feel like you should have come to the party, but that's okay.
Does this have a name? I'm talking about the bunny.
Yeah, this is Snuggles. You want to give him a pat? We're still talking about the bunny. Okay, yeah,
very.
That's Snuggles, and he's a big part of the show.
Okay, now I do have to ask you, most important question, wardrobe malfunctions.
It has happened once. In fact, during a photo shoot, when we did the original photo shoot for the poster, there was one where my non-Snuggles was hanging out the bottom of the top hat, just the tiniest bit, and we didn't realise. And we actually sent it out in our first press release to some of the press down in a state that I will not mention, but we got an email saying, hey, what's up with the photo? And then we had a look at it, and there was just this little tiny bit of mini Chris sticking out the bottom of the hat. It's a good problem to have at the end of the day, but it's just not something you want to send to the press.
So those shows obviously sold out. Now, how'd you come up with the concept of the show? Like, did you audition for Puppetry of the Penis and got rejected?
No, definitely not. Kudos to those guys for doing what they do, but it's not my thing. The show was created by Simon Painter, who created The Illusionists, the biggest magic show in history. He had the idea for a really cool poster, and that poster was a man standing with a top hat covering his penis. And so he had the idea for the poster and the name, and he asked me, I was working as a manager and consultant for The Illusionists, he asked me to write a show based on that poster. I'd done some comedy writing myself for the B105 Breakfast Show for 4 years, so I went and put together what I thought would be a really cool idea for a show, which was a magic show that was very cheeky and very naughty, very sexy, very funny, and very magical. So it was a combination of Simon's brain and then me and Mike getting together and coming up with some dirty magic. Yeah.
Dirty magic. I've never heard that before.
Sorry, I shouldn't say dirty magic because it's, for all things it is classy. It's the naughtiest, cheekiest, sexiest, and funniest magic show. We don't go below the belt, but we grab onto the belt and aren't afraid to yank it off. Okay,
now this is Christopher Wayne. You're just half. Mike Tyler.
That's exactly right. Mike Tyler is the other
now
half
you
of the show.
both got your own special, unique, magical skills. What's your particular skill and what's Mike's?
We complement each other really well. Mike's a really good straight guy in the show, but he's got some fantastic little bits. And I'm more of a funny guy. Mike's got the six-pack, and I've got the quick, funny one-liners because I'm not in as good shape as him. How about that?
Now, he's also done hypnotism, gone overseas and studied it. Was it just for entertainment?
Right. He'd say that, but I think it's to meet girls as well. Yeah, if you can hypnotise them, they can't say no when you try to buy them a drink. Mike is an amazing entertainer. He does amazing close-up magic and stage, and one of his specialities is hypnotism, which a lot of magicians just try and pick up some basic stuff, but Mike actually spent the time to research it and study it, and made a large part of his career prior to this doing sold-out hypnotism shows around the world. But that's not something we incorporate into this show.
Okay. And you said you'd had time writing for B105. So those guys on the radio they're actually not funny. It's you.
I will tell you that they are the funniest people I've ever met. So it was one of those things where two heads are better than one. That could be one of the little things for our poster. But anyway, so they used to get me in just to take up some of their material and make it just that little bit funny. And we'd get together, and I was good mates with Stav, still am, and we'd just talk about, what's funny and come up with different concepts and how we can take stuff that's in the news and make it funnier. And it was the best training for this show because I thought, how can I take a show that has really strong and good magic, because we needed that. How do I take that and make it cheeky and sexy and, most importantly, funny?
Right. What made you want to be a magician?
I've loved magic all my life. One of my favourite memories growing up was my grandpa used to show me and my brother magic tricks, pulling the coin out from behind you and all that kind of stuff. When I was 21 years old, I was working in a factory, and it was like good, honest labour. But I asked myself, if I could have any job in the world, what would it be? And the answer at 21 was magician. And I thought, well, life is short. Why don't I try? So I started learning magic tricks for the first time in my life, and that's where my career started. And it's been an amazing journey. Prior to the Naked Magicians, it's taken me around the world. I was lucky enough to have a TV series. I've met and performed with a lot of my idols, and it's been so cool. But out of all of those things, this is the most exciting project I've done so far, because I'm working with two of my best mates, Sam Klinger, who produces the show. Mike Tyler's one of my best mates, and every night we get to get on stage, get naked, and have a whole lot of fun.
Can you show me something quick? We're going to do a quickie.
Oh, we're going to do a quickie?
Why not?
Oh, geez, we haven't even had a drink. But sure, why not? If I'm going to do a trick, I'm going to need both my hands. But
all right.
It's very important that this stays there. So with your left hand, I'm going to get you to just plant it right on the front and hold that top hat into place. And
things we do for art.
Oh, the things we do. Thank you for suffering for your art. Maybe just a little bit lower. There we go. Dude, yeah.
Okay.
So this is a deck of cards, 52 different cards the whole way through, and it's very important. You can see that they're all different. And I'm just going to get you right now to name one random card, any card at all.
Okay, 9 of diamonds.
9 of diamonds. Okay, watch this. Just with my left hand here, I'm going to cut the deck. This is the only cut thing in the show. And get one card to jump out and catch it, and it should be the 9 of diamonds. Good magicians
9 of diamonds.
don't need sleeves. Great magicians don't need pants.
Clothes.
That's exactly how it works.
I'm Bobbi-Lea. This is AussieTheatre.com.